Welcome, you are listening Radio Central News. I am Chandni and now news in detail. In the wake of fresh clash between troops of India and China in eastern Ladakh's Pangong Taso area, Indian Army Chief General M.M. Nirwane on Tuesday briefed Defence Minister Rajnath Singh here about the prevailing situation along the line of actual control. Indian Army Chief has briefed the Defence Minister about the current situation along LAC, more meeting likely to be there in the second half again, sources in the defence establishment said here on Tuesday. A brigade commander level talks along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh is underway following the incident on the southern bank of Pangong Taso. The military talks began at Chushul earlier this morning to discuss the prevailing situation on the southern bank of the Pangong Lake, part of which lies in the Indian territory of Ladakh. On August 29-30 night, a fresh clash between the troops of two countries on the southern bank of Pangong Taso, an Indian Army statement issued on Monday said, on the night of 29-30 August, the People's Liberation Army troop violated the previous consensus arrived at during military and diplomatic engagement amid the ongoing standoff in eastern Ladakh. The PLA troops carried out provocative military movements to change the status quo, said the statement. Indian troops preempted this PLA activity on the southern bank of Pangong Taso Lake, undertook measures to strengthen our position and thwart Chinese intention to unilaterally change facts on ground, it added. With 69,921 people testing positive for coronavirus infection, India's COVID-19 tally mounted to 36,91,166, while recovery surged to 28,39,882 on Tuesday, pushing the recovery rate to 76.94% according to the Union Health Ministry data. The death toll climbed to 65,288, with 819 new fatalities being reported in a span of 24 hours, the data updated at 8 a.m. showed. The COVID-19 case fatality rate has further declined to 1.77%. There are 7,85,996 active cases of coronavirus infection in the country, which comprises 21.29% of the total caseload, the data stated. India's COVID-19 tally had crossed the 20 lakh mark on August 7 and went past 30 lakh on August 23. According to the ICMR, a cumulative total of 4,33,24,834 samples have been tested up to August 31, with 10,16,920 samples being tested on Monday. Enforcement Directorate on Tuesday said that it has attached 6 immovable properties worth to Rs 20.65 crore of Khalil Rahman located at different places in Tamil Nadu under Prevention of Money Laundering Act in a bank fraud case. The attached immovable assets are in the form of factory building along with land measuring 2.92 acres at Kona Medu Industrial Estate at Vinayambadi Residential Flat in Chennai and plots in Vellore. Central Financial Agency initiated investigation on the basis of an FIR registered by Chennai Anti-Corruption Branch of CBI against accused Tommy G. Puvatil, S. Khalil Rahman and other for defrauding Indian Bank at Chennai under Section 120B read with 420 of Indian Penal Code and Section 13.2 read with 13.1D of Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. Investigations so far revealed that during the period from 2012 to 2014, Tommy G. Puvatil, the then Assistant General Manager, Guindy Branch of Indian Bank, had conspired with accused S. Khalil Rahman, Sirajuddin and others to cheat the Indian Bank by fraudulently sanctioning overdraft and credit facilities to various entities. Accused L. Khalil Rahman managed to avail loan on the basis of fabricated documents in the name of his firms, namely Nafisa Overseas and Safa Leathers, and he had forged the documents to inflate the properties which were placed as collateral security. The ED official said, adding that over a period, these credit facilities became NPA, including accrued interest totaling to the tune of Rs 23.46 crore as on date of filing of the FIR. The BSE benchmark Sensex jumped nearly 400 points in early trade on Tuesday, tracking gains in index major Kotak Bank, the HDFC Twins and ICICI Bank amid mixed cues from global markets. After opening on a choppy note, the BSE Sensex was trading 399.53 points or 1.03% higher at 39,027.82, while the NSE Nifty was up 116.70 points or 1.02% at 11,504.20. IndusLand Bank was the top gainers in the Sensex pack, surging around 4%, followed by NTPC, Tata Steel, Bajaj Finance, SBI, Asian Paints, M&M, Kotak Bank, the HDFC Due and Bajaj Finserv. On the other hand, ONGC and ITC were the laggards. In the previous session, Sensex plunked 839.02 points or 2.13% to 38,628.29, while the Nifty turned 260.10 points or 2.23% to end at 11,387.50. Exchange data showed that foreign institution investors sold equities worth Rs 3,395.49 crore on a net basis on Monday. According to traders, markets shrugged off the slump in GDP and weak global cues by rebounding around 1% after previous session's low. Buying in financial stocks lifted key benchmarks. Former President of India Pranab Mukherjee, who passed away yesterday, was cremated with full state honour at the Lodi crematorium on Tuesday afternoon. His last rites were performed by his son Abhijit Mukherjee following COVID-19 guidelines. An army contingent gave a guard of honour and a gun salute to the former president. The mortal remains were brought from his official residence 10 Rajaji Marg to the crematorium in the hearse van instead of the ceremonial gun carriage due to the COVID-19 protocols. That is all for the today's news bulletin. Stay tuned to Radio Central News for more updates.